Oh. Good morning all. I'm out in Box Hill in Surrey today to complete the Surrey Three Peaks challenge. If you haven't heard of that, don't worry, we haven't got mountains in Surrey, but we have got some very high hills. So the aim today is to complete this 22 mile route. I'm at the foot of Box Hill at the moment, so that's the first one, and then we're going to head over to Leith Hill, which from memory is the highest point in the southeast of England. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong on the screen. Then after that it's going to be Holmbury Hill, and then we're going to loop back round to where we started. So that'll be the first challenge, doing the Three Peaks, and then the second challenge will be wild camping. And if you've seen from my last couple of videos, you know that's been a challenge in itself with all the mud and rain that we've had in the southeast of England. In fact, I was listening to a podcast yesterday telling me that the south of England in March, so last month, had twice the amount of rainfall it should normally have. So it gives you an idea. In fact, we have more rain here than Scotland. Going to get on with the Three Peaks challenge. First one is Box Hill. Let's go. Have to say, it's nice of them to provide steps, but God, oh. Right, that's the first hill done. I'm not gonna lie, guys, that was steep. That really challenged me, that first climb up Box Hill. Yeah, I've never done it before, so those of you that have done it will know what I mean, but it's not to be underestimated. It is really steep. I actually had to take a bit of a break halfway up the hill. I was getting a bit lightheaded. Anyway, first one in the bag, so I'm doing an about turn, and next stop is Leith Hill, which according to the marker on the top of Box Hill, as the crow flies, is 6 miles away, but I think I've got a bit further to walk than that. Just went through such a nice woodland of bluebells. I mean, they are fully out in force, the bluebells. At the moment, I've come at just the right time of year. Do love going through woods with bluebells. There's something about it magical. So I've just spotted Leith Hill in the distance, and that's marked by Leith Tower. Yeah, I think I've probably got another hour to go until I get there. And I'm feeling hungry, so I'm probably going to stop there for a bit of lunch. amazing, thank you.
Good, yeah.
Right, so we're leaving our second peak of the day, Leith Hill, and that was really appreciated, that rest and refuel as well. Destroyed that pasty. Absolutely destroyed it. Finding that I'm taking pasties and wraps for my kind of hiking lunches, either when I leave home or grabbing en route. They just travel quite well, quite easy to pack in the outside pocket of a rucksack, that is. And the one I had, which is the Ginsters traditional whatever, is got a really high amount of calories, which is obviously good for the purpose of the exercise. I feel refreshed, feel ready for the next leg of this little mini adventure, and we're off to Holmbury Hill. And what I'm thinking is I'm going to stop there today, possibly camp. Would you believe it? It is 5:30. I don't know where the day goes. Where do the days go when we're hiking? So yeah, I hung out a little bit at the viewpoint, and then noticed the clouds were getting a little bit grey, and had to get the tent up really quickly. So I had to find somewhere, and because it's my tarp star and I've got a new footprint, I just wanted to spend a bit of time putting it up. But yeah, I didn't really have much of a choice because the rain came down really quickly. Anyway, let me show you what I'm talking about. So the first pitch wasn't great and it was a bit saggy, but I just had to get under with all my gear and just get dry. So I waited for the rain to finish, and then I just went round and just sorted out all of the pegs and the tie-up points. And the ground's a little bit uneven, so I've managed to get it fairly taut, I think, and gap all round the edge. I mean, on some sides the gap's a bit bigger than others, but the main thing is I've got it nice and taut, and it's covering the footprint. The first thing to mention is that I can't stand the door to the tarp star. It's not very well designed. It's got this silly little one toggle in the middle. You need at least one more further up, and I've just had a rain shower, so even though I've been quite careful at rolling it up and putting it back, you can see that water's dripped straight into the tent. I mean, I am using the footprint ground sheet, whereas it would have just gone straight into the ground, I suppose, if I just had a ground sheet on that side. Maybe let me know your thoughts on that. But yeah, I just wanted to try without the inner tonight, so I've just gone for the outer and the footprint, which just came through from Outkit this week. $39.99, these footprints. They are not cheap. Anyway, it's here, and I've got it bungeed out onto the outer. I just wanted to see how it worked. And actually, room-wise, where it does score points, it's got a lot of room. So when I had to just dive in here and get out of the rain, it was pretty good. Just kind of just sitting in and keeping dry. Now, I haven't got everything out just yet, just in case anyone pays me a visit and moves me on, so I haven't got everything out yet. Now, you might be wondering why I'm using this. This is the Nemo switchback closed cell foam pad, and yeah, let me tell you about that. Bit of a rookie error putting the tent up early, so a dog walker's just gone right past the tent, but they don't seem that interested in me. Yeah, I just thought it'd be okay, actually, just because everyone's gone home. It's not a weekend, it's a weekday, so I just thought I'd be a bit cheeky and try and put it up a bit early, and I'm glad I did, I guess because of the rain shower. Anyway, yeah, about that foam mat, just trying out a few things, doing a bit of research for backpacking, thinking about the coast to coast and keeping the weight down. And what I just want to experiment with over the next few months that I've got before I go on the coast to coast is just with a closed cell foam pad and seeing whether it will work for me. The reason that people use them, they're quite popular in the States and on the big hikes, is just mainly for convenience. You don't have to inflate it at the end of the day. You literally unfold it, chuck it down and sleep on it. Sometimes they can weigh less than the inflatable pads, not always. I think mine does. Obviously they can't get punctures. They have multiple use as well, so you can use them as a seat. I mean, you noticed today I was using it just to sort of lie on when I think it was Leith Hill, just so you can sort of turn them into seats or sort of daytime mats, things like that. So they're quite versatile. Oh, getting wet here. They're quite versatile, but obviously then they're not going to be as comfy as an inflatable pad. I just have to accept that. I'm a bit of a rotisserie sleeper in that I'm on my back, I'm on my side, I kind of move around a little bit, so it might not be for me, and I might just have to sell it on and go back to the inflatable, but I just thought I'd give it a go, and if it works, then hey, I might take it, because it's all about convenience and multi-use, I guess, when you're doing the long hikes. So I've done about 13 miles, but it's been a long 13 miles because of the hill climbs today, but it's been really good. It's been really good kind of training, I guess, for what I've got coming up, coast to coast. Yes, it's not the Lake District in Surrey, but you get what I mean. It's been arduous, but helpfully arduous today. It's really kind of worked all the muscles, giving the old ticker a good going. I was really worn out at some points. So yeah, 13 miles, but a long 13 miles, and then to complete the challenge you've got to walk back to where you started. So the plan is tomorrow I'll walk from here, from Holmbury, back down to Box Hill, which I estimate is about 8 miles from here. Best sound in the world. I mean, the good thing is that everyone's gone home. I mean, who would want to stay out in weather like this? I mean, honestly. So the temperature's dropping a little bit in here, so I've just put the old bivvy bag around my legs. Not the sleeping bag and the bivvy bag, just the bivvy bag. It's the Outkit Hunker XL. But yeah, temperature's obviously dropping with the rain coming, and I'm sort of sitting here doing nothing, so I'm getting colder. So the bivvy bag, only had it on a minute and I'm already warming up, which is good. So just keeping the bottom half toasty. So I'm going to wash down that meal with a nice little Galaxy hot chocolate and a Snickers. Well, good morning. An interesting night. I did get some sleep, but it was incredibly broken. Main reasons for that were rain, wind, and freaky dreams. I was having the most really bizarre, disturbing dreams last night. You know, when you're dreaming about the situation that you're in and it all blurs into one and you don't know what's real and what's a dream. Those kinds of dreams. Good news is the Tarp Star 1 absolutely held rock solid last night. There were some severe gusts coming in on the hill. Looking at the forecast, I think they were coming in at about 40-45 miles an hour at times, and we had heavy rain on and off all night. If it wasn't raining, it was very windy, and it just was solid, really solid. That you can understand why the whole pyramid tent thing is just tried and tested, and people go for it because it's just so reliable. So yes, if you are thinking about whether it's suitable for windy conditions or wet conditions, then I'd say, yeah, if that's what you need it for, then yeah, absolutely. So anyway, plan for today, day 2 of the Surrey Three Peaks challenge is to go back to where I started. Nice and simple. No hills to climb, which is rather appreciated on this cold and wet, rainy morning. It's pretty grim. So I've just got to walk back to the car, which is a few villages away, around 8 miles, maybe 9 miles. So gonna get on with that and try and warm up a bit, because I left my gloves in the bottom of my rucksack and my hands are freezing. We did it. 10 miles, 10.3 miles I think it was this morning. So if I add that onto yesterday, that's a 23-mile hike, and that's the Surrey Three Peak challenge done. Quite pleased with that. Now I think the proper way to do it is to do it in one go, but I wanted to do a wild camp and I wanted to test out some gear. So I took the sort of the slow and measured approach to it and stretched it over a day and a morning, I guess. But yeah, good fun. It's hard work. It's not a walk in the park at all, just because it's Surrey and, you know, it's not, you know, the lakes or whatever, but there is some serious elevation and gradient, and although the hills in themselves, I guess they're smaller than other parts of the UK, it's all the bits in between and the up and the down, and takes it out of you. It really does take it out of you. They're very steep, but good training for me for the coast to coast, and gonna get some similar style hikes in before the summer, fingers crossed. Anyway, that's all from me. If you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching. Hit the like button if you've liked it, and I shall see you on the next one.